What's up, everybody? It's Micah, and I cut Al off right there. I'm sorry about that, dude.
No, you're good. Welcome to shooting the shit. Yeah, I've been sick for like this past weekend. We had some rain, so it's kind of hard to travel.
Yeah, most definitely.
Dude, that was crazy though. Fucking, like it almost was like a full week of
just
rain.
And dude, you know what's crazy? For like probably about 2 weeks before that, it's been rainy, like on and off.
Yeah, but it's just like, but that was just caused by the storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? El Nino?
Or yeah, El Nino, so it's coming alive. That's what I've
Mhm.
heard. So we're
For
gonna have
real.
a mild. They said a mild winter.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
don't
have a
know.
mild winter, but really rainy and really precipitation high. And shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
man, that North Texas fucking lifestyle.
It was crazy though, because that was just like just a week straight of rain. I was surprised like none of the roads got flooded. That means our
city has really good irrigation. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Did you see? I walked by Bear Creek, and Bear Creek's fucking flowing.
What was the
The creek? Bear Creek.
Oh,
Bear Creek. Yeah.
Oh, the actual creek.
Yeah,
That's
Bear Creek.
Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna tell you, I was watching the news, and over in Dallas and Lakewood, it was crazy. Like the whole entire streets were flooded.
Yeah.
Like the rainfall, I think it was like 5 feet or something. And they said that 5 feet, like that's to the point where the spillway at White Rock Lake goes over. And I was just looking, man, it was flooded like crazy.
Well, we remember a couple years ago where we had all that rain and fucking Grapevine Lake was getting flooded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was insane too.
Dude, there's been a lot of stuff like that, especially the past recent years. At least since I've been alive. You remember, what was it, 2009, 2010, that snowstorm where we had a blizzard in Texas for like 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, I wasn't here, but I was out in El Paso and I heard the stories and I was pissed.
Yeah. Dude, it was crazy. It was the most snow that I've ever seen in my life. Literally, it was like Colorado here.
We do get some times. I know, like up there in like the Panhandle now, they got their snow. So
yeah, man, Texas
Colorado
is bipolar,
got snow this past weekend.
Texas is bipolar, man.
Texas is bipolar.
It goes from fucking either hot as shit and
it can
dry
be really hot in West Texas, but really fucking cold in Houston for no fucking reason.
For real. And in East Texas, man, it's always wet.
And it's either raining or fucking dry or hot or sunny or cloudy.
It can never just be normal, you know? It's always some extreme on either side of the scale.
It'll be normal, and then you get to a certain part of Texas where it's like fucking downpouring rain, cats and dogs and shit.
I feel like that's just because Texas is such a big state. You know, it covers so much real estate that literally...
A lot of real estate that's not really fucking...
like prime land.
It is prime land, but it's just like, it's not being used. Like,
yeah, for sure. And like out west, there's all the deserts and stuff, and then you go to the east, there's all the wetlands and swamps. Like it's literally,
dude, they're selling acres out there like 20. It's like up to like 30 acres. It's like $15,000
an acre.
Yeah,
dude, I've been seeing that. There's a lot of really good land out there in West Texas where you can just buy a fucking whole entire ranch for yourself for probably, I don't even know, $100,000.
Yeah,
and that's
but the
cheap.
problem is just like this water scarcities out there. Like you can go like years and years without fucking rain.
For sure. You know what's one of my biggest fears about living out there, man?
What?
All right, so of course you have a gun if you need it, but like 911 is 45 minutes away. You know,
you're your own law enforcement out there.
Exactly. And then what happens if you have a heart attack, dude?
Okay, you have a heart attack, bro.
Yeah. Think about how many people out there fucking have a heart attack.
Luckily, you have somebody that's there to fucking at least call ambulance, and then you know,
you got an hour wait or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then think about it. What if that fucking ambulance is tied up with another guy on the other side of the county? Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. I haven't thought about that. Yeah, man, care flight's crazy, dude. Could you imagine doing that as a job?
No. No.
Dude, that shit gotta be crazy though. Imagine just flying out there. You never know what you're gonna get. You get anything from snake bite to a broken ankle to a fucking heart attack to a stroke, and
you gotta flight you out of They do that a lot out there in Alaska and the Bering Sea.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I've seen that stuff happen where like there will be river rafting or something and they'll drown and then they'll fucking pull them out of the water by their life vest and care flight them out.
Yeah.
Or people hiking on a mountain or something. Like there's so much crazy stuff to do in Alaska, man. That's a really cool place that I want to go someday.
One of the last frontiers of America is what people say.
One of the last frontiers of the world besides the ocean, man. Think about it.
I mean, there's other frontiers. There's other islands that have like native tribes that haven't been touched or haven't seen the world
in generations.
Yeah.
Think about Siberia, man. I bet you there's some remote civilization up there in Siberia.
Well,
you know,
those are pretty like test. I don't know, man. There probably is. Siberia's fucking bloody cold though.
Bloody fucking cold. Since we're talking like we're Englishmen.
But yeah, it's just man. Like this weather was crazy, dude. Just fucking a week straight of just not like thunderstorms, just straight fucking pouring rain. And sometimes it was just like those drizzles, and then like at certain points they're just like start like a shower,
downpour,
like like you go into a shower, and then it just still be drizzles, and you're like, okay. Then you go step outside to go cigarette, and it's just like it's like a consistent rain. You're like, when is it going to stop? And then the next thing, it's just consistent rain and then showers.
It's crazy. I never used to think about it back whenever I had a car because literally it's raining, just fucking hop in your car and go wherever you want. But whenever you're walking, dude, like it's crazy. You can't go anywhere because literally, I mean, you could, but
you're going to get drenched. And
and then you're going to get there and your clothes are going to look like shit. You're going to look like shit. You're going to feel like shit. You're going to be cold, shivering, you know? It's just it's such a privilege to have a car, man.
It is,
and that's something that I've never thought about until I didn't have a car.
Yeah, it is a privilege, man. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm getting kind of like a fear of just driving, period.
Really?
Getting people's cars and shit like that now.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I'm always holding onto the OSB bar, bro.
Me too, man.
And it's just like, I'm like,
the oh shit bar.
I just feel like fucking, I don't know, like when a person's driving, they don't grasp it that their life is my life is in their hands.
That's very true, man. Do you remember that time that we picked you up to get drinks for us, and I was with Austin and Kaylee, and I was in the front passenger seat, and then Austin was literally doing 40 miles an hour, just hauling ass down the road with you in the bed.
Yeah.
And then he skirted around the corner and like literally threw you across the bed, and you hopped out, and you're like, dude, I'm going home. Fuck y'all. Like, I remember that, dude. I felt so bad about that day because you were like, you're actually my friend. And literally, he was just being an asshole to try to impress some girl or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Shit was stupid, man.
I don't take assholeness.
Yeah, most
Except
definitely.
for Scott. But Scott's just he's like, I'm an asshole, dude. It's like, okay.
There's certain people that are just like that. But, man, honestly, whenever it's your life, like, literally, you could have fallen out of bed and cracked your skull or something, dude, you know?
Yeah, dude. Or it's just like, if like a police officer's just right there in the corner.
Then like, Austin's going to jail for reckless endangerment.
Yeah, so it's just like, what the fuck, dude?
And you're going to be buying alcohol. So on top of that, there's another fucking problem that's not good at all, you know?
Yeah. But, oh well.
Yeah. Shit happens. People are immature.
We're going to West Texas. I was going to ask you, you think it'd be smart, like if Texas legalized, you think it'd be smart to grow out there? You get a lot of sun, but you're just going to have a lot of water.
You know what I'd say? I think you could grow really good sativa out there, but I feel like indica is more for like mountain environments and stuff, like Hindu Kush and stuff. So
because maybe if you go out there, land is so cheap, and then you could just have a grow up out in West Texas, like control that area. Even though you might have a cartel thing going on.
That is true. But think about it. Once it becomes legal, the cartel's not going to care about marijuana anymore.
Yeah, they'll just start pushing the harder drugs.
Exactly. H, smack,
where they might
fucking dope, all that shit. And dude, think about it. I was going to say that out there in Paladero Canyon, where they literally have elevation of, I think it's 10,000 feet, 5,000 feet.
Yeah.
If you go out there during the right prime time of the year, you plant your seeds right, you could probably grow some indica out Texas. And I feel like Texas could literally become a sativa powerhouse for the world, dude. Like, think about it. Fucking Colorado did that shit with indica because of their climate.
Well, I mean,
and
I just think, if you look at it like how the whole entire landscape of Texas is, if you look out in East Texas, that's where your sativa is going to be grown, or your indica is going to be grown. And then the Panhandle gets the snow and the coldness a lot of the time.
Yeah, especially during winter. Like during winter, it's fucking harsh, bitter, just brute cold.
But out there it's dry and just cold.
Yeah, dry and cold. That's exactly what it is, man.
And then out in West Texas, it's just dry heat.
Dry heat. And then during winter, man, during the peak of winter over there, it gets really fucking cold.
It does.
The fucking mountains, dude. The mountains get some snowfall. Like
I lived in El Paso. I lived in El Paso.
I hope that sounds not copyrighted.
And it's just like, but that town's a swag town, bro. Dude. Hey, swag is coming back in the pot scene, bro.
People are smoking swag.
The old timers.
Dude, old school. I can't smoke swag.
They can't the high quality THC content, man.
And that's insane. You'll save some money, man.
You do save money. You do save
definitely, because I remember you could get a fucking quarter ounce for like $20.
People tell me like this is popcorn. I look at it, I'm like, this is fucking swag over there in Mexico, El Paso. This is like regular weed. This ain't popcorn.
This isn't the good shit.
This is just regular weed. Shit. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That just regular fucking weed that people say it's popcorn.
I don't know, man. I like dank for sure, most definitely.
Oh, everybody loves dank.
Of course.
There's some of them that give you way too high, and I'm like,
yeah, like honestly, my homeboy's White Widow. Our homeboy's White Widow, man.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
That's fantastic.
Oh, dude, I smelled the Skittles. I smelled the Skittles today too.
How was it?
Nutted in my pants.
You think it's better than the white?
It's right up there, at least a little bit better.
He was trying to charge me more for the Skittles, and I was thinking about it.
Because he has a lot of white.
Yeah. He probably has to move that white. He probably got a fucking large amount on that large quantity or whatever.
I think he has a large amount on the Skittles, too.
Of course. He's always a good plug, man. Always got solid fucking amounts and shit.
Yeah. But that Skittle, like, he opened up the jar, took a sniff, and I fucking came. Honestly. Like, I just, like... Sorry, I gotta go home now. That's what I was.
I gotta go change my pants and shit.
I gotta go take a shower. Has that ever happened to you? Had a wet dream before?
Dude, that actually did happen to me for the first time. Like, no weird shit, probably about 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I had really bad blue balls, and I passed out. So this girl gave me really bad blue balls, and I passed out in bed with her. And then I woke up the next morning, and I had a dream about her while I was asleep. And I thought that I had fucked her, but then I woke up and I realized that I literally just
slept right next to her.
Yeah, and I fucking came my pants.
I remember people used to give shit back in the day about that.
Oh, about coming their pants in their sleep?
Yeah.
Shit, why would you even tell someone, man?
You just did. I mean, it happened to me once, but who was it? I'm trying to think who it was. I think it was like a neighbor down the street that I really digged.
You had a dream about her, or you like slept next to her and then you woke up?
No, I had a dream about her.
Yeah. Dude, that shit's never happened to me. Like, literally, it was just she gave me such bad blue balls that night that I, like, dreamt about her while I was sleeping next to her. Like, I don't know. It was like the perfect cataclysm of fucking shit just to fucking make me come in my sleep. I don't know.
It's all right. We're guys. We do it. Yeah. It's like when you wake up and you feel like a pile of witness and you're just like, did I fucking piss in my pants? And you look down, you're like, oh.
Dude, you know what I was thinking about? How can you actually do that? How can you get to the point of ejaculation with fucking absolutely nothing happening at all? Just literally mental stimulation. Like, literally, that's the power of the mind right there, you know?
And it's also because, yeah, it could be. It's like this all goes into my theory of, like, all your dreams that you have is a reality that happened in a different world. Because the universe is infinite.
Yeah, there are infinite fucking... Anything that could happen
that just brings
is going to happen.
Yeah.
Fucking what's it called? What's that thing? The
multiverse theory.
Multiverse theory. Yeah, where literally any possibility is an inevitability.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that saying before?
In a different, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why I believe that when you have like dreams that you're back in the olden times, and it feels real. It's like, yeah, it actually fucking happened.
Dead ass.
But it didn't happen here. probably happen in
Dude,
another
I've had
world.
so many dreams where literally it felt so fucking real, and I was just like, God damn, either what the hell am I doing, or God damn, that was so amazing. You know, like literally, dreams, dude. I feel like, because you know DMT is released whenever you dream, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the most powerful psychedelics known to man. And I was just thinking, man, like literally, it feels real. Like I've had psychedelic experiences off of mushrooms before, to where
But that's why I'm saying, like, when you go to sleep and your mind just switches off and gets into that state,
Mhm.
it goes into another state of like you have another another
it's like another dimension, or
like you're
something.
another dimension, another mind of you somewhere else.
But it's still reality.
It's
you know?
still reality, but you snap out of it, you come back, and you're like, dude, I had a fucked up
what's,
dream.
You know what's really weird that I kind of want to talk about, man? What's your opinion on hypnosis?
I really don't have an opinion because
You've never had it done to you before? I've never.
people tried.
I've
and I
seen
just,
it.
like, nah.
I've seen it done to people before, but I've never had it done to me personally. And like literally, it feels like something that could be like truly there. Because I've seen people fucking who have anxiety disorders, or I don't even know, fucking OCD, something, some type of mental disorder where they just can't get over it. They're overthinking. They're doing something, and they go through hypnosis therapy, and it literally completely changes their life overnight. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know what hypnosis truly is, but I feel like it definitely has something to do along the lines with like DMT being released in your brain, and like hypnosis. And dude, consciousness is a weird thing to say the least.
It is. Consciousness is a real thing. It's a serious thing, though, man. It's just interesting. It's interesting as fuck because it's just like I tell people about my theory about dreams and shit, that it's you're going into another you in a different universe, and you're feeling that effect, and you're like, dude, I had the most badass dream, and you're like, blah, you telling me dream, and you're like, whoa, I think that is real. It's just it happened, but it could happen like 2 billion years ahead, 2 billion years behind, but on a different planet.
Any point in the time of existence,
Yeah.
or like a fucking non-existence. What is it? The space-time continuum or whatever. Like any point in time in there. Like literally, I've had dreams where I was a fucking caveman, dude, and I've had dreams where I was like fucking some other shit. Like I don't even know.
Like a high tech world and shit like that.
Yeah.
I've had that shit too.
Fucking what's it called? Not what's the word that starts with M? Not mortem or whatever. Fucking not post-mortem. Fucking it's like talking morternity, where it's like talking about the future. From I think it's morternity. I don't know. It like means the infinite future or whatever. I don't know. Back to what you were saying, man, about that. It's fucking crazy, dude. Like literally, dreams I feel like are a completely altered just perception of reality. And think about it, dude. Reality is such a fucking. It's like a. I don't know, dude. Reality is such a fucking illusion. I feel like, because think about it, dude. Whatever your perception is.
You're going into this like Matrix theory.
I mean, kind of. I don't know, man. I'm just talking. I'm seeing how I feel.
I mean, dude, I kind of like. There's sometimes I was like, it could be the Matrix theory, but I'm like, nah, it's too much. I don't know. Like,
I don't know, man. Like, reality is just such a fucking thin piece of paper that, like, literally could be torn two ways. You know, like, I don't know. That's a weird way to put it, but like, think about it, man. I'm seeing this tree right now, and to me, it looks green and brown, and like, there's the tree. But you could be looking at that, and you could see green as red, as my red.
Yeah, or like in another different universe.
That's just a really simple way to put it, you know. But like,
probably a main to be red, but the leaves are turning.
Hell yeah!
That's one of the cool things about like the fall is like when you see the leaves are changing, because you can't tell. Like, there's a couple of them you can tell they're changing.
Oh yeah, out there on the end. You know what's weird, man? Trees, they start from the outside and they go in whenever they change, and they start from the outside and go in whenever they fucking drop the leaves. But whenever they grow from the bottom out.
Yeah,
it's a completely different thing. It's like death goes inward and life goes outward.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just something I've thought about since I was little. Fucking not since I was little, probably since I was like 12 or 13 and started doing psychedelics and stuff. But, you know.
Here we go with the psychedelics.
Dude, psychedelics are crazy, man. Psychedelics are crazy.
So what's up with you for this past week? Or the last time we talked, it's been what, 2 weeks?
So I ended up getting a job.
Yeah.
And then I got fucked over.
American capitalism at its finest.
Yes, sir. You know what's crazy, man? You can be on the Supreme Court and fucking rape a girl, but you can't work at Best Buy if you smoke weed. You know?
Oh, that's crazy.
But anyways, I ended up applying to Central Market, man. I went through the whole entire application process, had 5 interviews, did completely good, aced every single thing. They're like, you're the perfect candidate.
Drug test.
As for the drug test, man, they did the drug test on site, fucking cotton swab in the
Damn,
gun.
that's a high end place right there, bro.
It's a high end place, dude. That's more than a fucking corporate job. My dad has always got sent to take a piss test for his corporate jobs, man. And like, I'm not even working corporate. I'm working fucking cutting up fish guts and shit, man. And they're fucking,
I guess like once you pass that first one, you're golden for life. I guess by fake piss, or you actually do the work for 2 weeks to a month
to get sober,
to get clean.
I mean, my dad, you know what's weird, man? He's been drunk one time in his life. He's
you told that in the last podcast.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And then me, I'm over here fucking just getting high. Yeah, drinking beer, getting high, doing some other stuff.
That I do not condone at whatsoever. Say no to drugs.
Say no to drugs. Say yes to marijuana.
So, like, dude, we're 2 weeks. Two weeks.
A hot spot.
In the store. Using their cell phones. God damn, the cell phones now. Did you know the cell phones now? It has the same amount of power as the lunar module on the moon.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the original one that went up in '69 or like
the original? The one.
Oh, got you. That's
the original. There's no new ones.
Well, not the new one, but the fucking internet, the ISS, the International Space Station or whatever. It literally has like as much power as fucking, I think it was 1,000 supercomputers of nowadays technology. I thought that's what you're talking about, but no, yeah, the original lunar module, I heard that too, where it says that
has the same amount of power as
a modern cell phone.
Yeah, you can use a modern cell phone to fucking power up a lunar module.
Think about that, man. You could fucking fly to space with the technology that's in your pocket. You know, that's so crazy that's at our fingertips, and still we're fucking fighting wars over
connection, bro. Imagine you're close to the just goes over the bar. Oh my god. Fucking so yeah, you got your fucking voter registration card. You stoked, bro?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't want to do jury duty. You know. I don't want to go.
You got
there.
ways to get out of it, bro. If you
I
like,
know. I can just
I
go
know
up,
that, dude.
or I can just go up there and be like, I hate black people.
Or
I don't
to-
hate black people at all. Everyone's
to
cool.
be like a complete
You know?
asshole.
Yeah,
You're just
exactly.
like, what do you believe like about this person? Even though it's like he's still a colored person, he's dead. Goes to hell.
Dude, I could go up there and act crazy as shit. You know, just fucking
get out of
man.
it.
Their
Okay,
voices,
we're not gonna call
the
you
voices,
again.
man. The voices, dude. The voices. The voices, man.
Sit there. Let me see. What is God telling me today? God said he is guilty.
You know what, man? There's a little topic I want to hit up right now, and it's kind of a serious topic. Where is the line between religion and mental illness?
That's a good question.
You know? Because think about it, dude. If you believe in...
Well, nowadays, if you claim that, what I just like, I hear voices, I hear God,
you're crazy.
Yeah.
By today's standards, you're crazy. But say 1,000 years ago, they would turn you into a priest.
Or
Or
you might be
one
of the leader of a followers or something.
Exactly, something. I don't even know, man. It's crazy.
Well, it's just like when Muhammad preached poetry through his people that are words from God.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Jesus is the same thing.
Yeah, but his was more philosophy. It wasn't really poetry. I mean, it was kind of...
No, his was more just like the rules of how you're supposed to live by. And this is what it is. This is how you're supposed to live on.
But dude, the Bible is so crazy and so outdated that literally doesn't even coincide with modern English. I was listening to this one story, man.
But some of those are just symbols and like just symbols to meaning other things.
Got you. But dude, like literally, I understand that, and it's just like there's so many stories in the Bible that literally make absolutely no sense. Of course, they have a good moral, but they're saying that this is a real story. You know,
it's all about your morals.
I understand.
How good is your morals are?
I mean, that's what determines whether you go to purgatory, hell, or heaven.
If you see a person that is struggling for food, are you going to be that person that's going to give them a hamburger or some fries or something to eat, or are you going to be the person that's going to drive away?
All right, but let me put another third option onto that. Are you going to be the person that gives them a $20 bill and lets them go and get fucked up and kill themselves and overdose on drugs?
I'll buy them food. I'll never give them. That's just...
You know what's crazy, man? I've done that before, and I gave them food, and literally I remember there's this one
no, I want money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit happened to me, man.
And you're like, okay, well, here's $2, but please take this. I don't give them I give them at least $5 at the most.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I have seen a lot of videos where people go and give back, and they'll give them $100 or some shit, and then they end up following them, and they'll follow them around and see what they do with their money or what they do with the money. And they'll end up some of them will just disappear, go buy drugs, go get fucked up, and then some buy food with $100 and give it to all
their homies. Yeah,
our homeboy is getting his whip.
You should tell him to come over quickly.
For real, we need to spark up a little.
Text him, tell him. Just bring how many you need. We'll definitely do it. Right. I mean, grandma.
It could happen to sir.
She's 90-something years old, but she's been very religious, and a lot of the upbringing and some I do follow has been through the Catholic religion. Some of them is just yeah.
Dude, honestly, that drives home the point that I was saying earlier. What's the difference between mental illness and, because literally dementia is a mental illness, but it's not like you're crazy. It's literally a mental.
Your brain's not working right.
Exactly. And there's been stories that I've heard of people talking about their family who's going through not mental illness, through dementia, and they have visions of God and visions of Mother Mary, and they have people that come talk to them and stuff like that. And literally, what is the line between your mind playing tricks on you and you actually talking to God, Because I'll be
That's
honest with you,
just-
man, I've seen a ghost before.
So have I.
And I thought it was like 100% looked real, thought it was real, everything to me about it, that no one can ever change my perception because I've literally never had another hallucination besides that whenever I wasn't tripping balls, you know? Like, I've seen a ghost before, looked 100% real, no one can take that away from me at all. But how do I know 100% that that's real? How do I even know that I'm talking to you right now, man? You know, like, how do I know that I'm not sitting in a mental institution staring at a wall fucking drooling, you know? It's crazy.
We're always wondering if we're gonna wake up.
Dude, what if this is all a dream and bam, I just woke up?
So I spent like some odd years living in a vivid dream, and I wake up and I'm just lost like 20 years.
Exactly, dude. Or like, what if I'm in a coma right now, you know? Go that deep. What if I'm in a fucking coma?
It's just hard to talk about it because science hasn't even touched this subject, and
Exactly,
way
because
that-
it's saying that whatever
there's
your
no way
perception
that you
is fucking reality.
there's no way to test it.
Exactly, because whatever's in my mind isn't in your mind.
Because what are you gonna do? How are you gonna test it? Like if you die, what happens? Are you gonna send yourself a message from another place if you're reincarnated?
You know, dude, how about this? I'll make you a promise. If I die before you, I'll come back and haunt your ass.
Or we'll reconnect in another universe, but we'll remember like the face. It's like I know you from somewhere.
Dude, honestly, I've had some shit like that happen
Deja
before, to
vu.
where like I literally felt like I've
That's
done
why
this before, like a deja vu. But literally, I've met someone, and I'm like, I was meant to meet you. There's like something between us that like we have just a mutual connection. Like maybe if it was
That's
another
what-
lifetime, something like
That's
it's
what
crazy.
goes into
dude.
my theory about
That's why I like Buddhism, man. That's why I really like Buddhism.
Yeah.
Goes into your theory about what?
like, you know, there's a lot of views in a different other worlds in a different.
And it's just
universe.
infinite
It's
dimensions
just-
and
yeah.
infinite realities. And
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, man.
And you met that person. There's that reason why that face looks familiar. Because you could
Mhm.
probably been fucking your best friend in the other dimension
Exactly.
that you
dude.
died in, and that you've been came into an existence here.
Dude, just like that pi, bro. Like pi is literally just numbers, but it proves that any possibility is literally an inevitability.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just so fucking crazy, dude. Literally, it's impossible to wrap your mind around. Like, here, let me get you to wrap your mind around this. Nothing.
You
You're
talked
right.
about this in the porch. Nothing.
Dude,
Black.
you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get my mind around that because there's not even black. Nothing.
That's what I think of nothing is. It's just black.
But there's not even black. Black doesn't exist. Think about it, man. What was your existence before you were born?
Dark. Nothing.
Nothing. But what do you remember the dark? Do you remember the nothing?
No.
No, because there is a thing and nothing. So no thing implies that there is something. Because there's still a thing, you know? And it's
And I think that's why reincarnation is like your soul or your whatever it is.
dude,
It's
literally,
like-
because I've seen a ghost and like I just don't feel like literally this light that I have inside of me, the light you have inside of you could just
when
out of nowhere extinguish. Because literally the energy is gonna go on, it's gonna go somewhere. Where's
it's
it gonna
get
go?
picked up from when you go from born to death again. That's what I think. It's reincarnation.
Dude, honestly, I feel like that has to be the answer. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fucking
But you also got-
physicist. I'm not.
You also got people that said that when they die and they come back to life, they met the angels and they met the demons and
You know what I really feel like that is? I'm not trying to be rude to anyone that's fucking experienced that, but literally I feel like that's DMT because DMT is released whenever you die and you have a trip where literally it's the best trip, most euphoric trip in your whole
I
entire
bet
life.
like I
feel like
I haven't gone to the extreme, but I have a feeling that you go through a certain state where you see all your life in front of you, you stop, and then you're just like, he's like, okay, here's another thing.
Here's a new existence. You know what's crazy, man? You know that your brain after you die keeps going, keeps firing, all the cells keep firing for 7 to 15 minutes. And there is a really famous neuroscientist, I forgot his name, but he had a theory that whenever it was like, this is one of the most famous theories to date. You've probably heard it. Everybody's fucking heard it. That whenever you die, your life flashes before your eyes.
Yeah.
And literally for 7 minutes, you have a DMT trip that's so hard in your brain that your brain's just firing and firing and firing, going through every single memory that you remember.
Yeah.
And then there's another theory building on top of that, that whenever you have dementia, man, and literally you're losing your memory, that you don't have that.
There's
Like you can still have that DMT trip and that recognition, that firing, but you just don't have that like full lifelong like reminiscence of all your life's events, you know, that you do if say you died whenever you're 15 and you had a completely stable working brain, you know?
Yeah.
It's just so crazy, man. The mind is it's the greatest mystery ever fucking reprised by man.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting as fuck though. But I've been, cause like I'll sit there and I'll start thinking about death where it's like nothing, and I just get,
dude, I get
freaked
depressed.
out. I get freaked out, and I'm like, that cannot be it. So I just like start thinking.
And you know what, man? It could be that, and we just literally personally can't wrap our minds around.
I think death is your own perception of how it is.
I feel like life is your own perception of how it is. You know?
I think because like if you're like I have this feeling too. It's like you probably were like a rich guy somewhere and down the line in reality again, like
and then somewhere down the line you're a fucking
poor ass.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then it's just like whatever happens, happens.
You know the rapper Logic Man?
Yeah.
So in a few of his albums, he had this this fucking thing where he talked about his religion, his beliefs, or whatever. And his personal beliefs are that literally, you are every single human being that has ever lived ever in any single time. Mm-hmm. And the only way for you to become God is to live the life of every single human who has ever lived, ever will live, and ever has lived. And then you become God. So literally, you right now are a work in progress that's living through this life. And then you're going to live through my life. And then you're going to live through your mother's life. And then you're going to live through your father's life. And then you're going to live through your brother's life. And then you're going to live through your neighbor's life. Every single thing, and it's just infinite, and it keeps going, and it keeps going. After you die,
you're going to be the good guy, you're going to be the bad guy, you're going to be the fisherman, you're going to be the logger,
you're going to be Hitler and the millions that he killed. This is how Logic said. You're going to be Hitler and the millions that he killed. You're going to be the Jews and the fucking
gypsies and all them. Yeah.
No, not the Jews and the what's the other religion that was fighting with them? I don't remember. Dude, there's a really amazing way that he said it, and he said you're Genghis Khan and all the armies that he conquered. You're fucking Hitler and the millions that he killed. You were Napoleon and the millions that he conquered. You were fucking, like, you get what I'm saying, man? It's just so crazy that literally, I mean, I know that's just a theory, but imagine if that's real, man.
I think that happens. Personal opinion. If you,
that could be, man. That could just be your 7-minute DMT trip firing your reincarnation right there, and then after your existence is gone. But I don't know, man, because I've seen a ghost before, and that just completely backpedals it 100%. You can't fucking. There's no way to wrap your mind around it because no one can do it.
When they see a ghost, he's stuck in this dimension. He needs to get out,
and he has some type of unfinished business or something, some type of, I don't know,
grudge or some shit.
Exactly. Or maybe he died in a certain way, and the person that killed him never fucking got prosecuted, or
didn't get a rightful burial or some shit.
Some shit, you know, anything.
That's interesting though. I mean, you're just looking at life out of a whole.
Dude, but it's not even life. It's literally existence.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what we're talking about. We're not even talking about life, because life is something that's temporary.
And it's crazy because it's like you start thinking about it, and then they get these Neanderthals and the Vasians, you know.
All the early humans and stuff. Well, not early humans, the fucking...
cavemen style, like the early humans before. And then it's just like, and then the modern humans. It's like, when did the humans become modern? What do you the fuck? Like, what were...
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, evolution is not something that's chiseled straight into stone. It's something that's slowly morphed. And it was like morphing. It wasn't like a literal Neanderthal or Homo sapien, fucking modern human. You know, like, it wasn't fucking these set things where, like, out of nowhere,
but it'd be crazy popped out of this. But there'd be certain aspects, like in part of the world, Siberia, where you have the Neanderthal and the Homo sapiens mating with each other and creating stuff too.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of fucking stuff comes from. That's why, like, I'm not trying to be racist at all, but they say that literally, like, some races are shorter than others because they have more Neanderthal than they do modern human.
Yeah.
And then, dude, there's even this one theory about being part what's the race? It's like some alien race or something where literally like aliens fucking mated with humans, and that's what gave us modern humans. And there's like a certain type of people that have like it's a certain blood type, and if you have that, then they say you're part of the uh alien race. I don't know, man. It's a conspiracy theory, but some crazy
Like I
stuff.
said, we don't do conspiracy theories here. We got to do
Yeah, sound
fact
like a
finding.
schizo or something.
We got to fact find this, just make sure if it's true. If it is, we fucking get shut down.
For real.
That'd be interesting to figure out, though.
Yeah, dude. I mean, think about it, because like a lot of African American people are naturally better at athletics. You know, I mean, not necessarily, but there's a lot of African American people that are way better at athletics than a white guy. You know, and then
No, I just think that the perception that the black athlete is better than the white athlete, where there's certain few times throughout, sports that that's not the case. Everybody's equal.
yeah, that's true. I mean, look at some of the best athletes of all time. There's Jackie Robinson, and then there's Babe Ruth. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter about race to be the greatest. I feel like it's hard work, determination, equal parts luck. But still, man, I'm just saying, like,
It's a lot of hard
there are a
work.
lot of black people that are really, really athletic, and then there
I've seen some athletic white folk too, and some athletic Hispanics and some athletic Asians.
yeah. I
Jeremy
mean, I
Lin.
guess it is just genetic predisposition and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's pretty much it is, and it's just also just hard work and practice too.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
what
if
it
you
is.
you could have the best genetics ever, but if you never ran in your life, you're not going to become a
You never
runner.
haven't been taught to run, or haven't been taught to throw a ball, or haven't been, but you have all that talent that they see, like you jumping really high, or
Something like that. Yeah. You know what I was reading today? Not reading. Why do I keep saying reading, man? I don't even read that often. But anyways, I was
because
watching.
you want to sound smart.
Yeah, I guess. I was watching Joe Rogan's podcast, and he's talking about how whenever you're a kid and they train you in boxing, that they train you with the proper techniques from a little age, and then you don't have that knockout power initially until you get older. But the more you train those mechanics, the better those mechanics are. You're naturally going to be better than even someone who has the power but has only been training since they were 12, and say you've been training since you were 6.
Yeah.
You know, because you have that natural mechanic that just becomes second nature after a while of throwing the perfect right hook, throwing your hips the right way, leading from the floor the right way, following your hand through the face, stuff like that. Or say skating. Say you've been skating since you were a little kid, man. By the time you're 13 or 14, you could probably kickflip a 6-stair or something, just easy. Not easy, but with some effort. And then say you were a little kid. I mean, say you start skating at 13 or 14, then it's going to be way harder for you to start doing that crazy stuff, because you've only been doing it for that long. Hope this is Brandon. It is. For sure.
What is those way?
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, man, that's really interesting. I kind of went in the day, so I didn't really hear what you said, but it got interesting. I was like, when I came out of the day, it was just like, because I started to look at the tree, it's like shaking. So it's just like,
it's a windy day, man.
It doesn't feel windy outside.
It doesn't, but you're up here fucking 30 feet above the ground.
True.
Yeah.
True. So.
I don't know, man. How's your week been?
Just been sick, bro. I always get sick when it's the weather change. And when it's the weather change, it gets, for good. That's all the time. It's like, once it gets started getting cold, I'll get sick before it starts getting cold.
Dude, that's me, but it's me during
I'll get cold.
winter. Not winter, fall.
I'll get sick once it starts warming up.
I always get sick once a year, and it's fall, and I get strep throat.
Mine is always I always get twice a year. Once it starts warming up, I'll get sick. Once it starts cooling down, I'll get sick.
Yeah. For me, it's only once a year, but it's fall, man, and I'll tell you, it just kills me.
And it's just not like I have a headache, maybe a fever, but I just feel like shit.
Like generally, like your whole body, like Yeah, get that weakness too.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff, man. Especially whenever you have like a really bad something that's attacking your immune system, and you literally feel the weakness of it, like where
And it's
your
just
body's
like, and it's
like
also
heavy.
it just sucks because it's like been raining for the past week, and that didn't add up. You know, going
Yeah.
outside smoking.
You know what's
and
good
then-
about that, man? The rain got rid of all those allergens, man. I haven't been
I
sneezing.
know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy. I've been having boogers now instead of just fucking some gunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shame here. No shame.
Yeah, we're talking about busting nuts in our sleep and fucking boogers in our nose, man.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Shit hasn't just like watching the Cowboys lose on a field goal. It's just even put a damper on the weekend, bro.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Kansas City is gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
Kansas City's on fire.
Yes, sir.
People are saying Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Rams Super Bowl.
Nope. Saints and Chiefs.
Okay,
That's what I think.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Saints and Chiefs, man.
I'm writing it down.
For sure.
Saints and Chiefs. Micah.
I mean, what do you think about the Ravens this year, man? You watch Baltimore at all?
The defense is good. Offense is just mediocre at best. Like,
What do you think about their running game?
eh,
Eh.
eh.
What about-
That's what
what
I'm thinking
about
about their
in there?
offense. Their offense is just like, eh.
Well,
But
do you
their
like their
defense
air
is-
better or their running better?
Mediocre at best, both of them.
Yeah. What about Cowboys, man? Honestly, I feel like they can't run the ball for shit this year, at least.
I said something. I was like, if we had the linemen that we were projected to have to start, we would dominate. It's just backups and fucking Pro Bowlers, and Tyron Smith is not looking good at all. So something's wrong with him.
Is he a new?
Nah, he's our fucking left tackle. He's been here for fucking 6 years now.
Wow,
6 to 8 years.
dude, not seeing Des Bryant and Romo on the field is like weird. Like it's just weird to me. Like I don't even know what time I'm living.
Cowboys brought in
anymore.
a wide receiver, Amari Cooper from the Raiders. He went to Alabama. He's a pretty good wide receiver.
Alabama's not the Raiders, man.
Yeah, but Alabama's a fucking top contender in college football.
Wait, I thought you said that he came from the Raiders, though.
Yeah, he got drafted by the Raiders, played for the Raiders,
So
and then he got
he
traded
played for Tech, and then he traded to Alabama. And now
No,
he's
he didn't
on-
play for Tech. That's
Then who's the Raiders?
you're talking
I thought you were talking about Texas Tech Raiders. Like
No.
Red Raiders.
Oakland Raiders.
Oakland Raiders.
the
Oh,
NFL
okay.
team.
You're talking about professional. I
Yeah,
thought
he
you
got drafted. He went to
So he's-
Alabama University is for college. Got
Okay.
drafted in the NFL by Oakland. Was there for a couple of years, and then
You know, my cousin actually goes to Alabama. She
No.
got a full ride on. It was a math scholarship. I don't know what type of math it was. It was some certain type of math, but she got a full ride to Alabama, man.
Roll Tide.
Oh,
Roll Tide.
yeah.
That's their
Roll
saying.
Tide.
Have you talked to her recently about it? She's probably having a blast with that football season. I don't know.
Nah, she's kind of a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't really watch any sports. She just kind of goes to school, does her thing. And then, I don't know. I think she's starting to smoke weed, though, because every time I see her at like a family function, she looks a little more hip every year.
She older or younger?
4 or 5 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I got another cousin who's about 2 years older than me. She got a full ride to UTA, man.
Nice.
Yeah. And now here I am, a dropout.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Yeah, honestly. Can't blame anyone but myself. Uh,
No shame here.
It's all good. Shit, you don't really need that piece
Dude,
of paper.
There was times for me it's like I don't want to be here
What do you mean?
at like high school. Like I didn't want to be at high school. There's times it's like
Oh,
just wanna
no,
quit.
dude. No. I loved high school more than anything for the social aspect. And then on top of that, man, learning is one of my favorite things of all time. I love learning
you
shit.
just
Like,
you
I
love to
literally,
party more.
I love to party more. And also, for some reason, dude, I just couldn't wake up in the fucking morning. There was probably 3 times that I showed up on time to high school in my whole entire 3 years of going to high school. Probably about 3 or 4 times that I showed up on time. I'm not even fucking with you. Like literally, I was late 15 minutes every single day. I didn't get a credit for my first period class the first 2 years, and then the second year I got a half credit. No, the third year I got a half credit. I'm not fucking with you, man. I could not wake up in the morning. What about you? What were you able to wake up in the morning, be there on time, and everything to school?
Yeah, because I had to take my 2 brothers to school and they started at 8.
Yeah. HMS.
Yeah, well, Aaron started at 7:45, so I had to.
Oh, that was
He rode the
fucking
bus.
elementary school.
He rode the bus. I had to take Adam, and school started at 8. So
Yeah.
I just was already, by the time I dropped him off, it was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to school. Fuck it.
Yeah. Nowadays, school starts at 8:50 at Colleyville, man. 8:45, 8:50.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty late.
That is pretty late.
Yeah. I just don't know how I could wake up that late.
Dude, there's times like sometimes I'll just go back home and my friends would hit me up because we started school at 8:30.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What are you doing?" Just dropped off my brother. I'm gonna go home and eat breakfast. You want to smoke? Come on over, because my mom would already be gone.
Every day, man.
Would
You
be
know what's
gone.
crazy?
By senior release, when I was a senior, I had senior release in the morning, so I didn't have to go until like 10.
Yeah.
And it's just like
I had
Why,
a
like-
co-op my junior year.
like 8:30
and
people would
junior
already be
release or
hitting
some
me
shit.
up, and at that time I was selling some Reggie,
Yeah.
and fucking they would hit me up, man, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Just woke up, bro, about to shower and eat some breakfast. You want to smoke? Come on over.
Dude, that ass.
And obviously it was like, "Are you giving me a ride to school? Because I ain't driving."
I'm not about to drive high, man.
You're
I
like,
don't
"No,
condone
I'm
it."
not." I was like, "Well, fuck it then. I'm going to go back. I'm going to stay in here." I skipped more times
Mhm.
my senior year than I ever did my fucking whole entire.
Man, I skipped the first half of my freshman year, and then junior year I was actually trying to be there, but I was just late every day. And then sophomore year I was the one where I was trying to be there, but I was late every day. And then junior year, dude, I had co-op and fucking junior release either day, so I didn't have to last class either day. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Anyways, dude, I just remember waking up in the morning, and then I'd walk into school. I'd walk into the Panther Den. I'd go sit there, plug in my phone, put in my ear pods, fucking listen to some music for about 20 minutes. Whenever I was there in the morning,
Yeah.
and someone would walk up to me all the time, be like, "Yo, bro, check this out," and I would smell them as they're walking up. They're just like, "I got it. Let's go, let's go." That or someone would walk up to me, dude. Craziest shit that happened to me. And there, I
heard somebody threw a daytime party. I don't know if it was your class or the classes
darting.
dart
Sid used to throw darties all the time.
during the daytime.
Yeah, during school. Well, not during school. Every once in a while during school. Dude, but get this. There are 2 fucking high school stories that I have real quick.
Mhm.
Check this out. One day I was sitting in the Panther Den. I remember this. I was talking to my AP, and my AP was talking to me about skipping and stuff. And she's like, "You have to go to class. You have to be here every day for the rest of the week. Otherwise, you're going to get ISS on time." And I was like, "Okay, I promise." And I was planning on going to class. I went over there. I got my little fucking Chick-fil-A biscuit. I was eating my Chick-fil-A biscuit, bro, playing on my phone, playing some fucking 8-ball pool on my phone.
Uh-huh.
And then my friend walks up to me. He's like, "Yo, bro, I just got some acid." And I was like, "Oh, shit." Because at this point in time, I'd only tripped acid one time.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Bro, you want to go trip balls?" I'm like, "Dude."
I promised my AP.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, he's like, "But bro, you're the only freshman that has a car, dude. I don't know anyone else." I'm like, "Man, I don't even know if I want to drive tripping balls. I've never done it before." He's like, "Man, you're good. Come on, let's just go to my house. We'll play some fucking COD. We'll play some GTA, man."